Hello, hi. My name is Akim Agbaje. I'm a real estate expert, and I've been on it for quite some time now. I help a lot of people in their real estate investment. I teach real estate. I teach people how to invest, where to invest, what to avoid if you are doing their investment, how to avoid scam, and how to identify scams. These are the things I do in my real estate investment over the last few years. And for the past 5 years, I've helped a lot of people in the diaspora, and most of them are doing well. And here in Nigeria, I've helped over 200 people in their real estate investment. I help them to identify good places to invest, where you can invest and get a good return on investment, where you can invest for a short time and a long time and get your good investment and get your profit, where you can invest and get good money, where you can invest and be sure that your investment is not lost. These are the things I teach. I also help you to identify worthless places that are not good for investment. I've been doing this for quite a bit, for several years, and so far so good. You can go to YouTube and like my page, akimagbaje.com, and you'll be privileged to see most of my pages, most of my videos, and you can like it. And every time we drop one, you will always be privileged to be one of the people that will benefit from it. Thank you very much. Hi. If you are new here, we're actually looking at series of topics related to real estate. We are looking at issues of security, issue of how to buy, how to sell, and how to actually identify a good prospective real estate property. These are the series we are looking at. But today we are going to be looking at property. And most importantly, we are looking at documentations when it comes to real estate. If you are buying a property, or you want to become an investor in real estate, what are the properties you need to look for? What are the documents that are required? What are the good documents that are on ground that you need to look for before you buy a property? These are the things we are looking at. And right now we are going to look at what is the importance of documents in a real estate property. In a real estate property, document is very important, because if your land is not there, if you don't have anything on your land, or your house is not there, the only thing that remains is your documents. You can even sell your property with only the documents, even without the buyer seeing the properties, if they can confirm that the documents are genuine and they are okay. So documentation is very, very important in real estate property. As much as taking over your property and possession of your property is also very, very important, documentation is also very, very vital. So today we are going to be looking at what are the documents that are actually visible, that are genuine for you to look for in a property. The first one is land allocation from government. This is the best out of all of it. If you have a land allocation from government, that government is giving you a land for commercial purpose, for residential purpose, or for personal reason whatsoever. If the president of a country is giving you a land, or the governor is giving you a land, these are genuine properties. There is no two ways about it. You should be rest assured that you have a property. Like if you have properties in government residential areas or commercial areas, then you are rest assured that you have very good documents. And if you want to buy, if anybody gives you that land, all you need to do is just approach the government, and you have a copy of the land, of the property. Just take it to the state government or the federal government, and they will verify the ownership of the property. So there is nowhere that there is no sector that there is no scam. But if you can confirm that it's genuine, then it's good to go. You can buy. The another one we need to look at is governor consent. Governor consent, though, is not obtainable in all the states of Nigeria, but predominantly in Lagos State, it is very, 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 very important, and it is very, very present in Lagos State. That's one document you need to look for if you are buying a property. If you have a property that has a governor consent, it is good to go. It is good to buy. But then you need to confirm it. You need to go to the state government land office and confirm the genuinity of the property. Let me just show you an example of what a governor consent actually looks like. It is a little bit like this. This is a deed of assignment for somebody. Then let me just show you what it means to have a governor consent on a property. Like if you have a deed of assignment and it has been signed, these are the assignee and assigner to the buyer and the seller of the property. Then at the tail end of it, you will see a stamp here. You will see a stamp here. This is what is meant by a governor consent. You will see here you have we have the Attorney General or the Commissioner of Courts, the Attorney General or the Commissioner for Justice of Lagos State. They'll put their stamp here. Then after that, you look at the other end of it, you also see a stamp. These are the references that you are going to use to confirm if the governor consent is genuine or not. So this is just an example of a governor consent. If you are buying, you just need to look for such stamps in any documents you are. If there is no stamp there from the Commissioner of Justice or whatever, then it's not a governor consent. Then another one we need to look for is a CFO. A CFO is also a document that you need to look at if you are buying a property. A CFO is a certificate of occupancy. It shows that you have the right to occupy that property. If you have that, then you are good to go. These are genuine properties that are very, very reliable. Let me just show you like what I did before. This is an example of a certificate of occupancy. What we have here, they say this is to satisfy that Lagos State certificate of occupancy. So this is what a certificate of occupancy. If you want to buy a property and you have this is a certificate of occupancy. It's not all enough. In a certificate of occupancy, there is always a survey of the land that they actually want to sell. Certificate, the survey of the land. Then you have, this is the charting of the land. If you go to the surveyors, they will tell you much about this. There should be a charting there. If it's clear enough, then these are other surveys that covers the land. So in the certificate of occupancy, the most important thing you need to look for is this number. There is a number here, that's certificate of occupancy number here. You need to look at it. That's what we are going to use to confirm if the certificate of occupancy is genuine or not. These are valid documents. So if you are buying a land, my brother, my sister, and most especially those of you in the diaspora, these are the things you need to look for. If you have seen a land with a land allocation from the federal government, like what we have in Abuja, these are good lands. If you have a land that has a governor consent, that means the person that bought it and it has a governor consent in the name of the person, it has been signed, it has a governor consent number. These are very, very good. Then if it has a certificate of occupancy like what I've shown you earlier, these are very, very good land. Then also we need to go further. These are genuine land documents. Then let's look further a little bit. Another one we are going to look at is a gazette. We call it an accession. It's a gazette. These are the documents that are issued to landowners. If government wants to use part of their land, it will now take, like if they have 100 acres in their community, government can decide to take 30 acres out of it and give them 70 acres. Then with the 70 acres, the government will give it to them and say, look, I've given you a gazette and a accession. That means you can use the land for any purpose whatsoever that you want. So these are what we call a gazette, a land accession. This is an example of a land accession. Like, most importantly, in a land accession, these are the things you need to look for. It has a number. It has a number. The number is like this one is 33, number 33 of Ikeja. It was issued on the 8th of August 2011, and it is in volume 41. Volume 41. So these are the things that you are going to use to confirm if the community has a gazette. So these are the survey, these are the coordinates of the survey to the community. Then this is the name of the community. You see the name of the community up there. That is to tell you that this particular land I'm buying, or the community has an accession from Lagos State government. This is the only reason why they can sell a land for you. They can't sell a land for you and say, this is my forefathers' land. They can't sell it for you. It is not tenable. Land belongs to the government. It belongs to the federal government of Nigeria. Every land belongs to the federal government of Nigeria. Nobody has a land. No family has a land until they are issued a land accession or a gazette, and it must come with a certificate. Though in some instance like this one, these are gazettes of a lot of communities. You can see there are a lot of more than 100 of them. These are communities. You see the document. You can go to the state, your state government. You see this type of document. Just tell them, quote. If you want to confirm it, just go to the state office, the land office. Give them the volume number, the serial number, and the date that it was issued, and the name of the community. Within 30 minutes, they will get it out for you. Then, apart from that, we should not forget to mention that there are some communities that they have what we call an accession, but their land have not been gazetted. Their land have not been gazetted. They don't have this document, but government have given them a free hand to sell the land. This is a free hand to sell the land. So the communities like this will always come with a survey like this. The most important thing you need to look for in the survey is that it will be signed by the Surveyor General of the state. The survey will be signed by the Surveyor General of the state. It will not be signed by the surveyor that prepared the survey. It will be signed by the Surveyor General. And up here, you will see Lagos State Government. That is, this survey was prepared by Lagos State Government. It wasn't prepared by just any surveyor. It was prepared by Lagos State Government and signed by the Surveyor General. If you have a survey and you can confirm this type of survey, you want to buy land, then you are good to go. So these are just the few things you need to look for if you are buying land, or if you are investing in real estate. They are very, very important. The major problem we have with our people is just lack of information. Just take your time to get some information. Take your time to learn. It is very important. A lot of people have lost so many millions of naira because they refuse to learn. They refuse to learn. They refuse to absorb any information. These are vital information. If you have this survey, if you are opportunity to avoid this survey, try and download it. Download it, watch it. It may not be useful for you today, but tomorrow it may be useful. And it may not be useful for you now. It may be very, very vital to a friend or a family member. Just send it to them. They will get all these documents, they get all this information, and they can forge ahead with you. If you are staying abroad and you have this type of information, you are good to go. I'll still tell you more about what to do if you want to invest in real estate, most especially in Nigeria. What are the things you need? How do you need to go about it? If you know what does this documents entails, you have the land allocation, like I've said, a revision of it. You have a land allocation from the state government or federal government. This is BAM, 100%, very, very excellent. These are the people that buy land from the government schemes. They are very, very good. And if you have a governor consent, you bought a land, you've gone to the state government and they have issued you a governor consent on the land, then it is absolutely very, very good. It is good to go. You can invest on it. But most importantly, make sure you confirm it. Make sure you confirm it that what they are giving you is genuine. Then after that, you have a certificate of occupancy with the COO, whichever one of us know. If you have that on a land, it is good to go. Apart from that, if a community wants to sell a land for you and they say they have a gazette and you can see the gazette copy of it, then you can confirm it and allow that, then it is also very, very good. Then we have a gazette that it does not have a gazette, but it has a survey to show that it was signed by the Surveyor General Office. Then the last one I'm going to talk about, which is a little bit tricky. It is not meant for just any investor. It is meant for people who are investing in real estate, not just somebody who wants to buy 1 or 2 plots and walk away. We are talking of people who wants to buy and invest in big volume. We have land that is freehold. We have land that is freehold. It doesn't have a CFO, it doesn't have a governor consent, but it doesn't have any document. It's just a free land. Government is not saying anything about it. The community is not saying anything about it. Nobody is using it. It's a free land. These are freehold land. Investors, professional investors can invest on it. If you buy such a land, you take it to Alausa, or government will issue a governor consent or CFO on the land, then you are good to go. It is a little bit tricky. It is not meant for everyone. It is just meant for professional investors, professional real estate investors. Apart from that, the one that has a red flag that you should not dare go there. If they tell you that this land is committed, don't just go there. The land, if you committed means, if they say a land is committed, it means government has an interest on the land. Maybe they want to build a refinery on it, they want to build a seaport on it, they want to build a general hospital on it, they have put a project on it, a hospital, a school, whatever on it, and somebody is telling you, buy it, it's our forefathers' land, don't dare buy it. It is not a good land. It is not a good land. We have seen issues where lands have been demolished in Abuja because of issues like this. We have seen a lot of issues like this of land, of communities destroyed, demolished, a whole community demolished like what we have in Morocco, because these are committed land. These are committed. A lot of issues, if you go to a lot of issues like this, these are committed land. Don't dare go there. Don't go there, my brother, my sister. These are places you don't go. They are very, very risky. So apart from the other ones that I've mentioned for it, even if you have a professional real estate if you're a professional real estate investor, you don't go to an investor to a committed land. It is 100% risk. 100% risk. So today we have learned about documentation in real estate. I hope this information will be very, very useful to you. And if at the moment it's not too useful to you, you can just forward this to somebody who actually needs this information. Information is power. Information is money. Information is everything. I remain your host. So good. Thank you very much.